Okay, in this video I'll show you how easy it is to add images to activities that you create with Triptycho. So if you remember in a previous video we created a very simple true or false activity based around fruit, where we had some fruits which were the correct answers that the students needed to find and some incorrect answers which were vegetables which they needed to avoid. So we'll edit that activity slightly by adding images. Should make it a lot nicer activity. So we click the activity database. This was the activity we created. It was called fruits. We can see it's a true or false activity with the red or green bar. So rather than launching it, we will click to edit it. And so here's our activity. You can see we left the second column blank. We didn't add any feedback and we didn't add any images. And so we'll do that now. So we'll start with apple. So we can click and we could perhaps add a translation in English, and we can also add an image here. So there's different ways we can add an image. We can either drag the image if we've got it saved to our desktop or somewhere, then we can just drag it over and drop it. We can browse to it if we've got it saved somewhere, and I'll show you all these different ways, but for now, as you can see, you can also right click to paste an image from the clipboard because I'm on the desktop. So I've already found a picture of an apple and I've copied it, so now when I right click I can paste the image. And there we go, we get our picture of an apple. So that's the first way you could add an image. We'll move to our next fruit, which is the banana. And so this time we'll browse for the image. So I'll click, so you can see it takes me to my little fruit and veg folder. And we'll click banana and we add the image that way. Okay, for the next one, cerise. Cherry. So this time we'll drag the image. So we'll find the image of the cherry, there it is, and so I just drag it from that folder and drop it onto Triptycho. So you can see the three really easy ways to add images: by pasting, by browsing, or simply by dragging them and dropping them onto the image box. Okay, so next we had lemon. So we'll drag our picture of a lemon. And then we have got pear. So we will drag our picture of a number of pears. And then we have raspberry. So we'll drag our raspberry picture. And then last I think was strawberry. So we'll drag our picture over there. And add the translation. So now when we go back to our list, we can see we've got our translations and we've also added images. So we need to do the same for the incorrect answers. So we've got mushroom. So we'll type in mushroom, browse for it this time and find the mushroom picture. There it is. And next, onion. Drag this one in. There we go. Next I think was potato. Potato, we'll drag our potato image in. So you see it's really easy to add images using any of these different ways really. Radish, where are you? There we go. And lastly was the carrot. So I'll add carrot there and find the image which is there. Okay, so now when I return to my list, we can see that I've got the French word in the first column. You can see the red ones are the vegetables, they're incorrect. The green ones are the fruits, which are correct. We've added a simple English translation and we've also added an image. So now when we preview this activity, we'll close this down. When we preview this activity we'll use find them again. We're still finding the 7 fruits, but now when I answer correctly, we should see the little magnifying glass telling us there's some extra information. So now when I click, we can see the framboise, we get a picture of the raspberry, and we get the English translation. We get the green border just telling us that that's a correct answer. If we were to answer incorrectly, so let's pick the potato. Again, we get the little extra information, so if the student wasn't sure why that was incorrect, they could click and they can see, oh yeah, it's a potato, and that's why that's incorrect. Okay, so that all looks great. We'll go and save it. We'll keep everything the same. We'll still call it fruits, it's still an MFL French activity. We'll save it. So now we've got the extra column, we've got the images. And so, for example, if we were to open it with, let's have a look. So here's our fruits. We'll launch it with, so we'll try this one with one of the selectors. So you could use this for, well, there's all different ways. You can use the selectors for selecting questions at random or students at random, but we can also use it with this fruits activity. So the students have to say whether une carotte, excuse my bad French, is a fruit or a vegetable, and then we can flip the card over and we can see, in this case it would be the vegetable, it's a carrot. Pear. So that's another way that we could use it. We could even open it with the spring selector. So we would drag down and then we would have to say whether that's a fruit or a vegetable, and then we can tap. The screen goes red because it's incorrect, it's not a fruit. We get the picture and we get the English translation there. Same with carrot. There we go, the screen goes red. Let's see if we can find a fruit. There we go, so this time screen goes green and we see strawberry. So it's just another very simple list. We can see all the different ways that we can open that particular activity with cardboard, etc. If we had enough true answers, we'd even be able to open it with bingo. And bingo requires 12 correct answers. In our case, we've only got 7. But if we did have 12 correct ones, then we could open it with bingo, and bingo would just disregard any incorrect answers. We don't want a bingo card made up of incorrect information. It would just use the correct data there as well. So I hope that's helpful. Different ways in which you can use, a very simple list, and hopefully how straightforward and simple it is to add images to activities that you create. So I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.